Welcome everybody. Welcome to this webinar. Thank you for being here. So I'm here to really encourage you and really try and convince you that the most value we can give to our students is to have them do the speaking, okay? Then interact with the content, okay? And one of his quotes, points to that. In order to succeed, and the key here is to succeed, to be successful in a CLIL classroom, students require a core competency in the subject matter, okay? It could be geography, physical education, art, whatever your subject is, as well as foreign language competence and interactional competence, okay? CLIL classes are hands-on, or rather, they should be hands-on. And what it means to be hands-on: practical, active, and collaborative. I'd love to hear or see your comments in the box. What advantages do you see by getting your students to work with the materials in your class in a practical way, to do experiments, to work with the subject that you're doing? So please use the chat box to tell me advantages for these hands-on practical classes. It's long-term memory, children will retain more. Exactly. So yeah, when we work with the language or any skill, right? The more you practice, the more you work with it, the more you remember it. It gets the student's attention. Yeah, it's really motivating, okay, for them to be doing things. Kids today, interesting, motivating. Kids today, they don't want to passively watch. And in fact, it leads to a lot of behavioral problems in the classroom in many cases. Okay, so we really want to have that hands-on option, okay? So the idea is expanding their functional knowledge. And I'll give you an example. Sometimes when you go into a primary school class, you say, "How are you?" And everybody says, "I'm fine." Yeah? And when you go into second year, "How are you?" "I'm fine." Okay? And every year. And when you go into the sixth year, "How are you?" "I'm fine." But the moment you go in and you say, "How is everybody today?" or "What's new?" "How's it going?" the students look at you because you have broken all of their expectations, right? Because they're very fixed that this is the way you ask about the day. "How are you?" Okay? When in fact, we use many, many different ways to ask about the day and how somebody's doing. Okay? The same thing with functions. We need to not have them fixed. We need to have flexibility, and this means expanding their range of functional language in a very deliberate way. My final question is a reflection question for you. What functional language, okay, tomorrow when you go into class, what is one function that you can give your students right away? So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please use the chat box. And thank you for your presence.